Have you ever gazed at the morning star, wondering about its significance? In the book of Revelation, Jesus uses this celestial symbol to make a profound promise. Let's explore the depth of his words and what they mean for us today. The book of Revelation, written by the Apostle John, unveils a series of visions about the end times and the triumphant return of Christ. In the final chapter, Revelation 22, Jesus declares, "I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star." This statement is more than just a title. It's a promise of hope and victory. But what exactly is the morning star? In ancient times, people recognized it as the planet Venus, appearing as the brightest star in the sky just before dawn. It heralded the coming of a new day, symbolizing hope and the end of darkness. By calling himself the bright morning star, Jesus is saying he is the ultimate bringer of light and hope. He's the one who dispels the darkness of sin and death, ushering in a new era of God's kingdom. This imagery isn't unique to Revelation. In the Old Testament book of Numbers, a prophecy speaks of a star coming out of Jacob. A reference many believe points to the Messiah. Peter, in his second epistle, also mentions the morning star rising in our hearts, connecting it to the power and coming of Christ. But Jesus doesn't just claim this title for himself. He extends a remarkable promise in Revelation 2:28, saying, "To the one who is victorious and does my will to the end, I will give authority over the nations, and I will also give that one the morning star." What does it mean to be given the morning star? It's a promise of sharing in Christ's rule and his light-bringing nature. Those who overcome, who remain faithful despite trials, will participate in the dawn of God's new creation. This promise speaks to the heart of the Christian journey. Life often feels like a long night, filled with challenges and darkness. But just as the morning star signals the coming dawn, Christ assures us that our faithfulness will be rewarded with the breaking of an eternal day. The image of the bright morning star reminds us that Jesus is both our guiding light in present darkness and our hope for future glory. It encourages us to persevere, knowing that the night of this world will give way to the dawn of God's eternal kingdom. As we reflect on this promise, let's ask ourselves, how does the assurance of Christ's return as the bright morning star impact our daily lives? Are we living as overcomers, holding fast to our faith even in difficult times? May we find strength in Jesus' words, allowing the promise of the bright morning star to illuminate our path and inspire us to live victoriously, eagerly awaiting the day when we'll share in his radiant glory.